And okay, here we are. I think everything's gonna go. It's all gonna work. Lloyd, look at there.
Yeah, yeah.
Howdy.
I don't know if you noticed it. I'm doing good, but I don't know if you noticed, but when you uh, started the clock, it got about 4 minutes and 10 seconds on my side. We're on the call window where I'm looking at you,
Uh-huh.
and it froze.
Yeah. I restarted
Okay.
it. I
Oh,
had
you
to
did?
I had to
Okay.
restart it. Yeah. You may have even had to
Okay.
reconnect.
I
Uh
did. I go.
it,
I just opened it right back up, and it kicked me in,
yep,
and
yep. I had a
but
little
there's
bit
only
of a
about
false start going there, but it's all back to normal now. Uh
okay. All right. That
and
freaked
in
me for a
fact,
second.
I think I might have to let me look at this. Yep, I'm gonna have to close this one and redo this over here, pop this chat back out so I can have a current chat window to work with.
Yeah.
And
See, I never even got the notification it started, but it never popped up. When you restarted it, then it popped up on my notification.
oh,
So,
did it?
uh,
Yeah.
yeah. So, well, you
Okay.
got a
Well,
good crowd tonight.
I'm gonna have to redo the chat window thing too because that's
Okay.
boogered up. Uh,
Yeah.
so let me copy that link. We'll just get this technical stuff taken care of right away, and then we'll let's see, add
I'll just go
input
zoom
web
in here.
browser, paste that,
There,
enter that.
there we
Whoops.
go. All
Hit
right.
OK, and then come up here to scene one, and um, let's see. Doesn't it show up just like that?
Here we
Bada
go.
boom, bada bing. And
All
that's
right.
how
Looking
easy
good.
that is.
And believe it or not, there's only about a 3 second or less lag from when you did it on this side to when it came live. So,
Yeah, it's this internet is amazing. It's just
yeah.
truly amazing. Uh, okay, we got the technical stuff done now. Let's say hello to everybody. T-Bird, Artco, welcome, my friend. It was great to meet you this weekend. Mitch, Drone Life RC. We got Brent Nunley, Dennis Lovelady. Hello, sure missed you this weekend, buddy. Wish you could have been there. Peter Carroll, Brent Nunley. Who else we got? Drone
Got
Strike.
Mitch, Peter Carroll. Yep.
Howdy.
Drone
And
Strike.
Brian. iAdventures. Yes, we had fun at the Boy
Oh,
Scouts Convention Center. We had a
yeah.
great time. It was a good place. Above and Beyond, Jim, welcome. Glad to see you made it.
Yeah.
Glad to
And
see you
I,
made it,
I want to
buddy.
say real quick, it's really good to see Dennis Lovelady in here because uh, he he's kind of been, I don't know, he's been busy, I think, with the life, and it's good to see him out and about again. So,
Yeah.
and place it here, Ken Thomas
Yep.
O'Sullivan,
Ken Thomas. Yep.
Mind Trick 71.
Grant, welcome, buddy. Welcome.
Hey, all right.
So, man, I'll tell you what, Lloyd. What a
I'll
couple
bet you're
days
beat,
it has
aren't you?
been. Man, oh man, oh
Yes.
man. It's been a wild ride. It's been a weekend, I'll tell you what. Had a great time at SpinUp. I ended up being able to go thanks to one of my viewers, and
Yes.
Dennis
Oh,
Dennis
Kelly is here. Ready, set,
Kelly.
go.
Yes, yes. I talked to him on the phone a little bit ago. I shared some files with him, uh, and
Excellent, Kelly.
I
Glad you got the
presume he
pin.
got them downloaded all right. So,
Yeah.
what I'm going to do right quick, in honor of Kelly, is
There's Tater.
I'm going to put this clip on the screen, and if I hit that button, your mic should still be hot. Are you still hot, Lloyd?
Yeah,
Okay,
you hear
good
me?
deal.
Yeah.
Everybody, that is the group photo that I had the honor of taking this year. Last year it was Billy Kyle that did it. You see me there on the left, just above the rocks on the brick, and I'm looking at my controller because I want to make sure I got the shot framed good. Um, so this year I was in charge of the group photo, and
You did good.
I'm glad you got it, Kelly. I'm glad you like it. So, uh, I did another thing that I tried to make it work out, and I don't know what I did wrong, but it didn't work, and I want to make sure I keep Lloyd's mic hot. But Kelly, I'm gonna show you what this will look like if you put it on the video. So there it is, and I've got it set to repeat, so it's just gonna, that's the whole gang right there, everybody waving at the camera. And
awesome.
there's a
That
whole
is
bunch of
awesome.
people in that shot. There's probably 100 people there. We had, I think Kelly said we had about 100 people show up or so. So that was how that went. He had a great turnout, a lot of great people. He had some great prizes from DJI. Art, that guy is the luckiest man in the world, I swear. DJI donated a RoboMaster.
RoboMaster. Yeah.
Yep, and Art won it. Art from Art Drone Artco Solutions. And there's Al Diaz. Welcome, brother. Michael Wright, thank you. Appreciate you be here. Tater, my brother. Welcome. And so yeah, I called Kelly just yeah.
What I wanted to do is real quick. I want to thank Kelly because he knew I couldn't be there, and I know he didn't just for me, but made it feel special that he did that live stream. Man, I had a bad Friday night, which I told you with Judy. Woke
Yeah.
up Saturday, my phone was blowing up. Everybody sending pictures, and they sent me I think I got 3 links to that live stream. And Kelly,
Oh.
I really appreciated that you did it. And like I said in there, some of the guys are saying, well, we're disappointed that it's not in, but hey, you got what you pay for. We didn't, we weren't able to be there. I obviously would have been there if I could have, but I just loved it. And even with the glitches, warts and all, I enjoyed the heck out of that.
That's cool. That's cool. And I'm really glad he
Yeah.
was able to pull all that off. And I know Philip was a big, huge help in that. And the internet wasn't wonderful. They did have internet there,
Right.
but it certainly wasn't like what I have here. And it's
Yeah.
not what he's accustomed to. But
Right.
he
Well,
pulled everything off. And I don't believe there was a single hitch at the event. The lunch was amazing. They had like fajita steak and chicken, and I think the steak, it sure felt and tasted like ribeye sliced up. It was amazing, tender, good flavor. It was just amazing. And they had all the fajita
all I know
fixins,
is
the
that
onion
everybody
and bell
sent.
peppers and all that. And this restaurant, and maybe Kelly can type the name. There it is, Chewy's Tex-Mex. He was reading my mind. They make their own flour tortillas, and if you know flour tortillas, Lloyd, there ain't nothing like homemade style flour tortillas.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Oh
oh
yeah.
my God, the food was just amazing. It was absolutely amazing.
You know what
So
I didn't like about it?
the food, you didn't get any?
Yeah, you know what? Everybody sent me friggin' pictures of their plate, and I didn't get any of it. They just
Yeah,
sent
yeah,
pictures.
yeah.
I must have got 3 or 4 pictures of everybody's dinner. It's like, really? Now I got to go eat. I was
Yeah,
hungry by the time.
Well, I tell you what, everybody that I was sitting around just raved about how good the food was, and it was absolutely fantastic. And
Yeah,
and
Steve Carpenter
Kelly's
says it's even better than it looks.
Kelly's wife and daughter, and I can't remember the girl's name that was helping his wife, but it seemed that her and I ended up at the water jug at the same time every time to get a fresh glass of water, and she accused me of Sandra. Yeah, that was it, Sandra. She accused me of spying on her so that I could get water at the same time she was, but that was kind of funny. But all of his help, his crew, the audio, the set, everything was fantastic. Yeah, Sandra did a great job. Mrs. Shores, Tate, everybody. It was just if there was a flaw, it was not noticeable. So it
Well,
was
well, I mean,
wonderful. And there's Jody from
we were
Drone
talking.
Shots. Hello, welcome.
There's Jody. Hey, Jody. We were talking, some of us in the chat were talking about it, and, a couple of them were upset that we're getting a little spinning wheel, and somebody else said, I said, hey, I'm enjoying watching this spinning wheel, because it was buffering. And someone says, well, it is appropriate. It is spin up.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
So we were watching that wheel spin up.
Nabul, welcome. Glad you made it. Kiwi, Craig, hello, my brother. Welcome. So, yeah, it was, and my brother, Backwoods Droner, he's in here with my dad, I'm sure, watching. Didn't y'all get to watch the video of Wonder Drone tonight? Huh? What? What are you talking about, Tater?
No, I didn't.
What's he talking about?
Tater did a video, I think, and it popped up while I was in between doing stuff.
Oh, is that right? Okay. Yeah. Well, if you want to load it up, Tater, you want me to show your video? We'll show it. No problem. We'll put it out there for you. Chris Hope. Man, it was sure great to see you, buddy. I'm glad we got to hang out a little bit. In fact, while we're on the topic of Chris Hope and all of that, someplace here in all of this mess that I've got going on, well, where did I put it? I know I've got a clip added in here. You know, that's the problem with having all these screens and layers.
Yes.
You got to figure out where they're at, right?
Yeah. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've completely redone the set that I use with you. I've found some shortcuts that I'm using, and
yep, I seen that.
Well,
here it is right here. Add clip. Okay. I'm going to see if I can work this out. So, how do you like the set up now, Lloyd?
I do. I enjoy it. I've got all of my windows corresponding inside the vMix set, corresponding with the buttons that I have, and so I can look and know that it's all lined up.
Oh, so you finally organized it, huh?
Well, I had to. I was getting too much crap, and I couldn't. I was,
you had too many things to keep track of.
Yeah, sometimes I kind of, have a squirrel moment, and the squirrel, one of those things. Yeah, there we go.
Yep. There he goes, running around. Yep. So,
excuse me.
Saturday morning, I step outside with my coffee, and what do I find? But I find Rodney Bell and Chris Hope and the gang doing a Saturday morning sunrise, and I got a little clip of that.
Everybody, we're down here at SpinUp 2019. I'm at the hotel.
You'll hear the construction vehicles across the street. I can't help that. This is raw video from my Osmo Pocket.
Out here this morning flying, Mr. Rodney Bell is flying his drone, and he's broadcasting live right now. And then you got Drone Bum, that's Mr. Paul over there. And then you got Mr. Chris Hope, the infamous, the famous, the one and only Mr. Christopher Hope. That's right. Santa Claus. His beard doing better than mine is nowadays. Anyway, that's what we got. And over here, I'm going to swing around to a shot at the front door of the hotel. And anyway,
well, that's about the end of that fun. That wasn't much to that. Just a little clip with them guys out there flying, doing a Saturday morning thing.
Saturday morning, yeah, because Rodney does that Saturday morning sunrise stuff. So,
and they all went this morning and tried to do a sunrise thing. I think it was clouded over on them though, but there was a big group of them that went flying, and then Kelly had another location set up where they were all going to go meet up and fly and stuff today and have a good time. But we had to get on the road. Bob and I had to head back, so we didn't get to play with that.
Yeah, and, there's another guy, that this is second year, as you say in the video that I did Friday that I put up. This is the second year that you've had Kelly's had SpinUp. And it's the second year on your way there. You've stopped at my house. So
that's right. We stopped off to see you on the way, didn't we?
Yeah, and Bob Casey was just as nice a guy. He's a little bashful, but he did. I told him
a little.
It wasn't until afterwards that he figured out. Yeah, he said, "No, you don't want to put my." Yeah, I did, and he didn't. he didn't say absolutely. He just said edit it, and I did. I took out, I don't know, 30 seconds of him. You know.
Yeah, but you left the other 4
So I,
minutes in there. That was.
yeah. Well, it was you too. You
Yep.
know. Yeah.
Metro Drones,
But
welcome.
he was
Thank you for coming.
he was as nice a guy and as gracious a guy as
Man,
you
I
could
tell
ever
you what,
meet.
that
And
guy, and he's listening right now. He's driving. He's on the road. He's headed home.
okay,
I don't think he's going to make it all the way to his house tonight because when he left here, it showed 8 hours, and I left here. I think he left here about 4:30, maybe 4:45 when he dropped me off. And
right,
he he said he shot some video with his phone while we were there, and he sent that all to me. But I don't have any of that downloaded yet. I'll make a couple of spin-up videos once I get
yeah,
all the stuff settled and set in. And
right,
I come in the door about 5 o'clock, guns a blazing, hair on fire, and my tail end catching, and just trying to get everything ready to go on the show tonight. And of course, I took some stuff with me. I packed up my iPads and everything in my little iPad tote bag,
right,
and
right.
promptly, and I took a stack of my bumper stickers. I probably had 100 of them, and put that in the bag with the tablets. And I grabbed my camera, my main camera here, and threw it in my laptop bag, just in case I wanted to maybe go live with the laptop at some point. I never did. So naturally, when I hooked everything back up to the main computer here at the house, I got vMix all up and running and everything. And when I pushed the broadcast button, guess what happened? I got
What?
the NBC color bars came up, so I had to restart vMix.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
Is that what
anyway,
happened? Okay, yeah, yeah. Uh,
so that's what that false start was about, guys. I had to restart vMix.
okay.
But Bob Casey, thank you very much, my friend, for the trip down there and back, and have a safe drive home this evening. And don't drive too late. If you get tired, my friend, stop. It's just too easy
Right,
to stop
right.
and get a nap at a hotel or something, or whatever, and then
Yeah.
finish it off tomorrow. There's no rule that says you got to be home tonight. I mean, Austin to Central Kentucky in one day is one heck of a drive. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It is. Yeah,
But
yeah. So.
yeah, so
Yeah,
we
and
had a great
Ron
time.
Lockwood is in here. Mad
Ron,
Kiwi
welcome.
and Above and Beyond Drones. And I don't see anybody else you missed. Metro Drones, we said hi.
Yeah,
Let's
Metro
hope.
Drone said it was nice to
And,
meet me, and I met a lot of guys, and they tell me their name and say, "Hey, Mel, I'm so and so," and they tell me their channel, and then I'd forget who it was, and then I'd see them again later, and they'd, "Hi, Mel," and I'd, "Hey, man, how you doing?" And I'd be racking my brain. You show up at an event with probably somewhere between 100 and 120 people, and some of them you already know, so it's pretty easy. But the ones that you just meet, it's really hard to remember who everybody. Holy smokes, Kelly Shores!
Oh,
Look at
wow.
you, my friend.
Wow.
That was one heck of a super chat, buddy. I really appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Man, oh man, oh
Absolutely.
man.
Yes. Yes.
You got a double cannon
Very-
on that one. By the
Yeah,
way, Kelly,
yeah.
in case you didn't know, when I get a super chat in the channel, we get the confetti cannons out. Yeah.
Yep.
So, man, that's
Yeah,
awesome,
that was-
Kelly. That's wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He likes
You love the cannons? Yeah, I made them myself. I
yeah.
did that. I did all
Yeah,
that
he
in
made 'em.
After Effects myself. I made that. So yeah, I'm pretty proud of the way
Yeah,
it turned
and
out.
then send him.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
send-
There were a
send
ton of
me a
people to
copy
meet
in.
there. Yep. There were so many people, and I met a ton of people. Kelly said, I'd like each of you to meet 2 people that you don't know. And
Right.
that was pretty easy to do because out of the probably 100 that was there, I only knew a dozen. And so it was pretty easy to meet 2. I probably met 60, It was such a great time.
And that's the thing. You and I do live streams once a week, and of course we go into a lot of live streams. But a good portion of our subscribers, both yours and mine, and we've got different ones, but a good portion of those don't do live stream. So unless they put themselves in a video, or we've had them on as a guest or something like that, or seen them on a panel somewhere, it's hard to tell who's who. And it's like,
Yeah.
I was,
Yeah.
don't ask me. I kept Bob Casey's name. I know Bob Casey and I know who he is. He's always in here commenting. We've had plenty of discussions over the time.
Yep.
But Curtis Dart's another one, and for some reason, Casey and Curtis were getting mixed up in my head all weekend. And I'd go to say his name, I go, Bob Casey, and I just met him Friday. I mean, my God, and that's why I have this little character right here, because, squirrel. I just get confused all weekend.
Yeah, and that squirrel is kind of like something shiny. You just get all distracted like that.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
But he had great speakers. Jason Chappert from Remote Pilot 101 was able to make it. I heard that at the beginning of the event that Jason had canceled at the last minute, but then he showed up. So he was there.
Oh, okay.
He did a real nice presentation. Everybody on stage, Barry, Jason. Oh, I can't remember the young lady's name that did the social media presentation. Boy, that girl's spot on.
Yeah.
She's on the ball. Hey Kesselou canceled, or Haya, however, I've heard his name said a couple times. And Dre, yeah, that's right. She was very cool. She was the gal that did the social media presentation. See,
Okay.
I met all these people and talked to them, and yeah. So apparently her thing on Instagram is Time of Dre.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
And anybody that doesn't know each other from, because not everybody that is in the chat tonight was there. So if you came onto this live show to watch Mel, because you met him, and you see somebody here, check, just get to know each other, because this is how the community grows. And it was really kind of fun, because me and Ken Dolan and I have kind of been pestering each other back and forth, and he was out. Sean Oz was doing a live last night, and I said, "Hey, Sean, tell Ken Dolan," I said, "Bite me."
Yeah. Yeah. It was just, there was just a lot of good information put out, a lot of different topics, some things that are cutting edge that are coming. We had a presentation from a fella, and again, the name is gone. Something about Sky, something or other. I don't remember what it was, but I'm sure Kelly will remind me. But they're working with the Navy. They got a Navy contract. They developed a drone that can lift a payload, an incredible payload, and they flew the drone 55 miles autonomously out to sea, landed it on the deck of a ship, and then flew it back.
Yeah.
Jace with Skyways, that's what it was.
Yeah, that was one of the most impressive ones I saw. I got to watch that. Kelly was,
that was phenomenal.
That was impressive. If you guys haven't seen it, anybody who wasn't there, and you haven't seen it, you got to go to Ready Set Drone and watch the replay. I assume, Kelly, it is up there, because I know it was up yesterday, and it's 7 hours, so sit back and watch it in segments or something. But it was.
I encourage everyone that wants to see it to go look through it and he's cutting it into sections to make it not so big. That's cool. That's a good idea.
Yeah. Because there was, he could do one speaker per section.
That's what he's doing.
That
he's going to cut it by the speaker. So yep.
Minds think alike.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about. Kelly and I do think
brilliant
alike.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm a legend in my own mind.
Yeah. And there you go, talking about your mind again.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah, a mind is a terrible thing to
But-
waste.
the propellers on this
what it
drone
Took mine
that
away.
they flew, the 55-mile flight, autonomous, the propellers were 2 feet long. He
Oh,
brought
man.
one of the motors. The motors, you could barely hold one of the motors in one hand. I mean, they were huge. It was absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, so maybe we always don't think alike. Yeah, ha ha ha, Kelly. Yeah. No, that was a good thing. Mind trick. I'm gonna let that comment get by this time, but you keep talking like that, and I'm gonna block your comments. I don't appreciate it. I don't play that crap on my stream. All right.
Yeah. We're trying to stay neutral here on this whole
Trying to
situation.
stay out of the drama. I don't want to bring it to my channel. I've had my share of it, and I'm done with it, and it's in the past, and that's where I want to leave it. But thank you for being here. I appreciate you being here, and I really appreciate you being part of the show. I really
And
do.
he apologized, and you accepted. I know.
And I'm
so.
good with that, and that's solid,
Yeah.
brother. Solid. I like it.
Yeah.
I saw something else.
You know, here's something, because I was in the chat watching this, and there was a lot of, yeah, exactly.
Philip had some great
there was a
information
lot
about RV stuff too. Yeah, that was cool.
Right. What was kind of funny was, in the chat you had everybody was great, but then you had a few that were, they're clicks, okay? And I just sat back and watched. Of course, I'm one of the flight crew, and I'm also moderator, and Philip kind of had his hands full with everything. So there was a couple of them just kind of, did I
you
hear
have
your
an F-bomb?
F-bomb on the chat?
Rick
No, I did
Halber,
not hear it.
welcome. Henry Martin, welcome.
Yeah. But anyways, there's a couple of them, and finally I just said, all right, boys, play nice, because I didn't have a problem using my moderators to take care of the problem, and they just boom, everybody was fine, and we were all there. What one guy put up there, we're here to watch drones. Now, if you're not enjoying this speaker, go do something. Come back when somebody else is on.
Come back. That's right. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's the way it was handled. And all I did was say once, and they kind of okay, yeah.
Oh
You
no!
didn't know your mic was on, and I was talking about
Accidental hot mic moment there, Kelly. We all hate when that happens.
I can imagine what that one was.
Oh boy.
Kelly, so yeah.
Yep. It's all good, brother.
Yeah,
it's all good. You can edit that out later. That's the good thing about being able to control things after the fact, But
I never noticed
Hazy
it.
Drone Dude, welcome. Thank you. Tim Rand, thank you. I know.
And I appreciated.
I thought I saw another question. You appreciate what, Lloyd?
In here and came into the chat for a little bit, and he came into the chat for a little bit and thanked me for the button, And guys, that's what I was going to talk about too. I want to try and get more. I've got to order some more. I gave out all I had, so those that would like one, let me know. And if I don't have them, Rick Halber will have some. If you guys live that direction, but
okay,
he's giving them out.
I passed them out.
Giving them out there.
All the ones that you had wrote their names on, I passed them out accordingly for you.
Right.
And the two that you left me that were spares, one I gave to Jeff Sills.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I don't know why I wasn't thinking of him.
And one I gave to Jenna Cook. You remember Jenna? She was the gal that almost twisted her ankle on the skateboard last year.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
She doesn't do a lot of YouTube stuff, but she does a lot of photography, and she was constantly snapping pictures. So, Kelly, if you get with Jenna, I'll bet she'll have some stills that'll be really good for you.
That'll be great. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, this is the thing. Of course, I say I'm a vlogger, and I can't say that anymore because I've accepted the fact that I'm a drone head.
You're a you're a droner now. You're a drone head. That's right.
Yeah.
And you came up with that, and so You're the
Yeah.
author of Dronehead, kind of like Motorhead or whatever, and we got Dan.
Well, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But we're all one group, and it was like,
Lloyd, don't read chat while you're
you know,
talking because you quit talking.
yeah, I know. Yeah, squirrel. Yeah,
Yeah, that's it. Something shiny. Yep.
yeah.
Ooh, shiny.
Squirrel.
Yep. That's. Oh my God.
But anyways,
Uh,
this was actually Grant's idea to find one of these, and I actually found one. I'm not going to tell you where I got it from, because you don't like that place, but I got it from them.
you got it from them. Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
okay. Honestly,
Yeah,
don't
but
know why
anyways.
she's not married. She is an awesome lady. She's a very nice lady, and she's really, really smart. And
That's why
can't-
she's not married. Have you?
that's
Have you seen your
probably
bunch of
she's
guys?
smart. Yeah, exactly.
She's smart.
Beep beep. So
Yeah. But what was cool?
oh, looks like
was in
Rick's
that-
got 15 of your buttons. He said anybody that wants one, just email him and he'll hook them up.
Okay, good.
So-
Thank you, Rick. Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. There's the guy we were talking about in that video with Bob Casey, one
Yep.
of the nicest guys, and you could just ask for it. But
Yep, exactly
needs
right.
one, yeah.
Exactly
I was-
right. So, Lloyd,
yes, sir.
I'm gonna make you full screen long enough for me to go refill my coffee cup, and notice I'm using your mug tonight.
Well,
Because
thank you.
I won't be able to be on your show tomorrow night, so I'm going to give you the set for
Right.
just a second, and I'm going to go refill my coffee cup. And then
Okay.
I'm going to tell you the story
What
of
everybody
the-
really thinks of me, right?
Yeah. No, I'm going to tell you the story of how I lost my Mavic 2 Pro last night.
Oh no.
Like lost, like it was gone. I'll tell you the story when I get back.
Oh, I can't wait to hear that. So, yeah. Anyways, yeah, you guys are stuck with me. Here we go. Look at that. I've had one of those weekends. I think it's one of my meds. My mind is, well, I'm dealing with Judy's illness too right now. And it's just kind of, that thing is annoying, isn't it? Yeah. Anyways, squirrel. Drama, cliffhangers. Yeah, he did kind of leave us all hanging there. He lost his drone. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what to talk about. For once, I don't have anything to say, which is rare. Where's my robe? I decided to dress up for this show. That was such a fluke that you guys missed. If you guys didn't see Oz by Drone Friday night, you missed. I did the whole show in a robe, and I was actually only part-time co-host. John was there, but he had to leave, so it was Oz. It was Greg. I didn't need to. I didn't need to get dressed.
Yeah. The IT button. BIT button. I know 11 likes and 42 watching. Yeah, you guys hit that like button for me. Come on now. Support the
good crowd,
channel,
man.
y'all. Come on.
Yeah. But
So anyway, yeah,
well-
Lloyd. I had a mishap with my Mavic 2
did?
Pro. Yep. Lost it. Got disoriented.
did you get it back?
Lost visual line of sight. It went into
Okay.
critical low battery emergency landing mode. And
You did a drone bum, didn't you?
at that moment, I had no clue where it was. I had totally gotten disoriented.
Oh my God.
All I had was an image on the screen of the smart controller to go by for where it landed. And I landed it safely. But yeah, that was kind of scary. It was interesting because, you kind of want to panic, but you got to stay level-headed and keep concentrating on what you're doing. So it took Bob and I about an hour and a half to find it, but I found it, and I got it back, and hence I got the video from it, obviously, because I'm showing the pictures from the group photo shot. But yeah, so that was an interesting thing. And no, I wasn't flying at night, Brian. We did the sunset, and then it was still daylight when the drone landed, but it took us until well after dark to actually find the location where it landed. For some reason,
Oh my God.
I could not pull up the flight log on the smart controller. Every time I tried pulling up the flight log, it just buffer and load and load and load and load, and it never would pull it up. So
Really?
yeah,
Did it ever?
it was no, even I don't know, I haven't tried it today, but last night when I was doing that video that I posted last night of the sunset, it stopped recording long before the sunset was finished, and we had the drone, we filmed the sunset, and we only got half of that. It stopped recording, so there's a couple things that I got to get worked out and figure out why they did what they did if I can. It was kind of interesting,
Well, you know,
but
the fact that it was going to land because the critical low battery,
yep,
you know, that's one of the things that's been coming up about some stuff is not just the fact that instead of it returning to home, it just lands. Like when you have a temporary flight zone.
and I think it would have had enough battery to
Just
return
pop
home
up.
because it was only about 500 yards away. I mean,
Well,
it wasn't
yeah.
very far away at all,
Yeah.
So, yeah, I got a cheerleader there doing the hit
I
that
see
like
that.
button,
I
guys.
see
Yeah.
that.
Hit the like button,
Well-
even though nobody likes you. Yeah, Brian, everybody likes you. You're a good guy. 4 likes, let's see, I don't know.
You got to hit the refresh. But yeah.
Oh, maybe Drone Strike needs to hit the refresh button there.
Yeah. Let's see. What am I seeing right? I'm seeing 0 likes. Oh my God. My bad.
Yeah, maybe you need to
Okay,
refresh
you got
it,
one.
Lloyd.
Yeah. I actually forgot
is
to
it
hit the
may-
like for you.
Maybe it's not updating. Maybe it's doing like it was before. The
It's
other
got
last week.
27. It's been doing that. There's been a couple.
Remember last week you
live
click the
streams.
like button and it would click off. It would go back to gray and take away your like. So
Go back to gray. Now this week
Yeah.
it's blue. Yeah.
it's staying blue.
So I don't.
Well, that's good.
It's staying blue. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. That's real good. So
that
yeah.
was weird
Anyway,
last week.
it was a great weekend. A lot of great presentations, and a lot of really good information. I got to meet up with a bunch of my old friends. Steve Carpenter was there. Of course,
Right.
Chris Hope was there. Got to meet Rodney Bell. That was a treat. Got to meet Paul, Drone Bum. That was a treat. Got to meet
he's a
Art.
character.
I'm not going to say that was a treat.
Yeah.
No, that was a treat. Everything. Did you stay after?
You're
SpinUp
just upset
festivities
that you
with
didn't
Ice
win
Spike?
anything, right?
What's that?
Yeah. You're just upset you didn't win anything.
Well,
and that
no,
he
that's
got-
not true. Because I did
Oh,
win.
did you win something?
I did,
What'd you win?
absolutely. Well, Sean Oz did a presentation,
Right.
and at the end of his presentation, he gave away something that he made. Did you know, and I didn't know this about Sean Oz, but, there's Sonari. I didn't even realize she was in the chat. Hello there. Welcome. Thank you for coming in. Really, thank you for
Good
coming
night,
in.
Sonari. I thought I saw her pop in.
And yeah, we got the drone back. It wasn't really lost. I didn't really lose it. I just temporarily didn't know its exact location because I
You
couldn't pull up
misplaced
the
it.
flight log. But
It misplaced itself.
so, did you know that Sean Oz? You know these people that do all the special effects makeup and the weird costume things and stuff. You know,
Yeah,
out of the gels and all
yeah.
that. You know what I'm talking about?
Right?
Did you know
Yeah.
that Sean used to do that?
Yes,
You
I watch his
foolish,
channel.
yeah?
No, I've watched his channel. You can ask Sean. I've commented on some of them.
Okay. Well, he made he made a piece of skin about so big, and then he put a tattoo on it.
Oh yeah, he said he was going to do that.
And hello,
So
Phantom
you
Hodges,
won
thank you for
that.
coming. And they decided to play rock paper scissors with everybody in the crowd. So
Right?
we had to turn to the person next to us and play rock paper scissors, right? All that stuff.
Yeah.
The last 6 people still standing, they brought them up front of the crowd, and they had us all do it again and again until there was down
Right.
to 1. Well, it came down to me, and remember Night Elf from Arizona, Ken Heron's
Yes.
friend?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Linda, I think
Yeah.
her name is. It came down
Yes.
to
Yeah.
her and I. And the first time we did it, we both hit scissors. The second time we did
Right.
it, I hit rock and she hit scissors. So I actually
Oh.
won. And I've actually got the thing. Hello there, Mars. Welcome, my brother. I actually have it right here. It's in this really cool display box that you can hang.
Oh wow.
Okay?
Yeah.
And I'm going to try and show this on the camera without getting, well, you're going to get glare from the
Oh.
lights. Let me see here.
Yeah. If you tilt it back just a little bit, or
There we go.
right there. Yeah.
So that's an actual piece of silicone skin makeup stuff
Yeah.
with an actual real tattoo. Now I think
Tattoo on it.
if I do this right, I can open the box, get rid of the glass.
There you go.
Then I can really bring it
Yes.
up and show it close. Look at the
that
detail
is-
in that. It's just absolutely
Yeah.
amazing. So, yeah.
I didn't know it. I'd seen that he was going to do that. You know, it's funny
So
that
thank you, Sean. That's a real cool thing. I'm digging that.
yeah. Sean is a talented person. You know.
Sean has talents beyond anyone's imagination.
Yeah. He and I started corresponding sort of, you know, through my videos and his, you know, and comments. I found out he was from Colorado, and I don't know. I know he was on last week on your show,
Yeah.
but it seems to me I saw him on. We may have been on another panel together at
Yeah.
one time, and so yeah, I've kind of kept up with him. And,
I'm gonna
and
put
gone
this
back
back
watched
up
his
and I'm
videos.
gonna put it full screen here for a second, just so that everybody can get a really good look at the detail and everything in that. It's just absolutely amazing. I hit that plus button so that Lloyd's
That
mic
is-
comes back on. Isn't that
That
something
is
else?
awesome. Yeah, it looks like
Yeah, and that's his logo, you know.
flash off of somebody's arm.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
phenomenal, incredible.
he's
and
a
it's in this,
talented guy. There's
it's
no
in
doubt
this
about it.
shadow box, you know, with the glass front and all
Yeah.
that on it. And man, it's just
Yeah.
it's just really cool, really
Yes.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, good. I'm glad that I actually knew. I knew. Don't ask me how I. He might have said it last week on your show, or he might have did it on a video that he was doing. Now, see, Sean Oz, that's a busy guy too, because he he went over to Bid Summit.
Yeah, Yep.
He went to Bid. Yeah, he was at Bid Summit, and then from there he came down to SpinUp, and yeah, he was kind of sweating doing that speech.
And he joked about it a
Because
little
he
bit,
never-
and we laughed at him, you know, and stuff. And he did a fine
Yeah.
job. There was absolutely nothing
Oh, yeah.
wrong with his
I-
president. He did a good job.
Yeah, I have no
Hello,
doubt.
Mars. I think I
have no
said hey
doubt
to you
whatsoever.
earlier.
You did say
Yeah.
hey to him.
Yep.
Hey, Mars, how you
So-
doing? And
Man,
man,
I
you got a
got
good
I
bunch
just
of
got to
Phantom
do
Pods
this. I
growing.
got to do this one more time, Lloyd. I don't know if he's still here. He may have already left because I know he was wore out. But I'm going to give the cannon salute again for Kelly Shores for that $50 super chat. Man, that was just phenomenal. That was amazing. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you.
yes, absolutely. You know,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. A few people have said, you know, well, why isn't it free? And why isn't it free, or why isn't it? You know, well, it costs money to get a venue. It costs money to have all those people brought in. It costs money for all of this, and
All of that
you
stuff,
know,
yeah.
you go to, yeah,
Yep.
you go to,
Yep.
like Comic Con and stuff like that. That costs money. All
Sure it
that stuff
does.
costs money.
Vid
You know,
Summit,
and
CES, you got to buy tickets to get into
yeah,
CES, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. It all
yeah,
costs
whatever it
money to
is. And I
create, and
think
if you
it's
want
a
to go see it, you gotta pay a
yeah,
little bit. It's not, and the price
yeah,
that
and
Kelly charges is not, it's not an exorbitant fee. The only hard part
no,
sometimes is getting there. I mean, some guys have to fly, and if they want to
well,
bring their
but
drones, and it's a pain, you got to deal with taking your
yeah,
drone on a plane and la di da,
but the whole thing is, it's got to be somewhere, and he's the one putting it on, so it's got to be close to where he can have organizational control of it.
He's
You
got
know,
to be able
uh, if
yep, yep,
and if I was hosting it, it'd be in Oklahoma. It'd be here in Muskogee probably,
sure,
and
yep, yep,
but it's just the thing is Kelly does so much for everybody in the community. This is the thing, and this is why I now start to claim to be a droner, is because the community, even we're like a family. We
yep,
have our spats, we have our arguments, our disagreements, but at the end of the day, we like drones, we like the community, we enjoy YouTube,
yep.
and it's just one big family. My brother and I, and my sister and I, we don't always get along. Sometimes I don't like them at all, but I still, love them as my brother and sister. And just, and that's what this is too. This is a community. It's a family. You can choose to be part of it, or you can choose to, be the uncle nobody wants to invite over for Thanksgiving, which is usually where I fit.
Yeah, exactly. I know the feeling. I understand. I really do.
you
Um,
know.
so yeah, so the whole, even though it was a whirlwind, last minute, opportunity to get to be able to go. And again, Bob Casey, I know you're driving, so I know you're listening. That's why you're not chatting in the chat tonight, and I get it. It's cool. I really appreciate you, brother. And when you get to watch the replay, you'll see me looking right at the camera telling you, thank you, man. I appreciate you. You're as real as they come. What a good
Yes,
guy.
and
What a good guy.
Bob Casey is one of the nicest guys. Actually, I enjoyed his visit. I mean, I was glad you were there too, Mel, but I know you. But I was really glad to see Bob Casey.
What was that, Lloyd? What was that?
Nothing. I said I was really glad to see Bob Casey.
Yeah, the part before that?
Oh, well, I was glad to see you too.
Oh, okay, okay. I just
It's
wanted
all
to
right.
make sure.
Yeah.
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 Okay, where's that minus button now? We got to hit that minus button for a minute now. I just, yeah, bite me. Yeah, I know. I knew that was coming. Hilarious. I was always in a trading moment. Everyone's been up that was live. Yeah. So yeah, it was a great weekend. Had a lot of fun. Successful drive down and back. And I'm hoping Bob has the knock on wood, the finish of a successful ride back to his house. Because I know when he
Yeah.
left here, he
Yeah.
still had about 8 hours of driving to do. So I don't know if he's going to make it
Ooh.
tonight or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kelly, I talked to Jim a couple days ago. Well, now more like 4 or 5 days ago. And him and Elise both have had a little bit of health issue in the last few weeks and couple weeks, and so they weren't able to make the trip. He was disappointed to not be able to come, and he wanted to
Yeah.
tell everyone hello. So I know that they were looking forward to it. They were doing their best to plan for it, but that's just sometimes things go how they go, and you can't always control them.
Well, I had thought at one point here a month or so ago I might be able to go myself, but then when Judy got down sick this last time, and for those that, if you don't mind, I'm going to give them an update on Judy.
Yes. How is Miss Judy doing? She's doing better, I presume.
She's doing better. She's had a persistent cough, and you guys know she's a cancer survivor. Those that don't know me know that my wife is a cancer survivor. She had lung cancer 7 years ago, and she's been doing real good. She not had any after she had that, and then adrenal cancer, and then after that it was gone. And but there's always that chance of recurrence, and But last week she had a Tuesday. This last Tuesday she had a doctor's appointment, and we went to the doctor. He said, "I want an X-ray." He says, "I want to make sure, and we'll deal with whatever comes up." So okay. So he gave her a shot of antibiotics and then put her on a regimen of antibiotics, and then they called me Wednesday, and his nurse, her primary care doctor's nurse, said that they found a pulmonary what was it? Oh, pulmonary nodule, which meant probably could be cancer. So that kind of kicked us in the teeth. And but then they were going to do a CT just to rule it out, just to make sure, see how bad it was or what it was. So, anyways, and of course that's when I went live. And all right, Dennis. Well, you have a good one. Dennis said
Thank
he
you,
has a good
Dennis.
one, so.
Thank you, Dan.
Yeah. So, anyways, I called her oncologist that she sees every 6 months and said I'd rather them do the CT. And she said, okay. So they got the report, and then I got to see it that night. And they called me back, and they said, listen, the doctor's seen this. They think she has pneumonia.
Dan, don't go away yet. If you're still here, stay here.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyways, like I said, they think what it was is it's pneumonia. They just want to rule out the pulmonary nodules because of her history. So, and because she's doing a little better, we're thinking that it's the, it probably was pneumonia because she's breathing better, and but she's feeling better now. She's starting to feel better now. So
yeah, so
that's the
it's
good
leaning
thing.
leaning toward the pneumonia side a little bit rather than
at our age, pneumonia's not a good thing. But this is one time I'm hoping like.
Yeah, it's a better answer than the other. Now,
Yeah,
just for Dan, I'm going to do
exactly.
something just for Dan. I'm going to put my camera up on the screen here for a minute, and if I'm not mistaken, I can go over here. Let me see. I got to go to the main panel. Where is it? There it is, right there. I got to load that. Now, Dan, you want transparency, and I agree. I think everybody should be as honest as they can and everything else. So Dan, I'm going to show you right now how transparent I can be, and I'm going to be so transparent that you're going to be able to see my drone space overtaking my image. That's how transparent I can be right there. I'm going to be fully 100% transparent, right, Lloyd? Isn't that right? Isn't that what we do?
Yeah,
we just be
you're pretty
transparent.
see-through.
And
Yeah.
let's see, I'll go back to that. So anyway, that should have
Yeah,
been kind of
it's-
entertaining for everybody, keep the transparency
That was.
thing
It
going.
was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
we'll
Kelly,
all try to be.
hats off to you. Thank you very
Yes.
much for a well done presentation. A great show. We had a great time. It was a lot of fun. And
Yeah,
we're
Kelly,
coming
I
right up
appreciated
on
you
an
doing
hour.
the live stream.
What's that, Lloyd?
Yep. I had to tell him, Kelly, that I did appreciate him doing the live stream.
Yep, I'll bet
And,
those that did don't disappear.
made me feel like I was part of it.
Use my DeLorean to fix it. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think that worked out well. I'm glad that the people that weren't
Yeah.
able to make it were able to catch some of the video from it. And
Yeah.
thank you, Ron. Prayers and thoughts going to Miss Judy. Ron Lockwood.
Yes, thank you. Yes. And to everybody that's reached out to me about that too, it does mean a lot. And
Yeah.
we're just, we still won't know anything. She goes in for her CT on Friday, but they wanted her to have kind of gotten through her antibiotics, and then the following Tuesday. So we're keeping our fingers crossed that this is what it is. And I mean, she hasn't lost any weight. So usually with the cancer, you start losing a little weight, and this just kind of snuck up on her about 2 weeks ago. So I just can't imagine it just jumped out there and got her that quick. But
Yeah. Yep.
it happens.
Yeah, Kelly, and I don't know if you used Wirecrash to do that with, but That's a lot of work to do that with wire crash. I think it'd be a lot easier with vMix. We'll have to get together sometime and I'll show you how the vMix stuff works. But anyway, I'm going to keep pushing on vMix. I don't care. I think it's a great program. But
Well, it is, and I use it and will continue to use it.
yeah,
It's
I'm
just
not going to change anything. It's too easy to
yeah.
get it in. Yes, exploration obsession, I am. Yes, your answer is yes. Thank you, Jeff, for coming in. I know you said you made it late, but you made it. That's what matters. No, I don't
Thanks,
use
Jeff.
OBS.
Thanks
I
to
use
everybody
vMix.
that's extended their prayers for me and Judy, or for Judy, because
Yep.
that does mean a lot. Yeah, and this is what I was saying earlier. The community. We're a community of people.
And
you
we're
know.
all friends, and we
I
have
mean,
all made friends.
Yeah.
And
Even Kelly being a snowflake.
Now, be
it's okay.
careful
I
now.
like him anyways. Well, he said it in the chat.
oh,
I'm just agreeing with him.
okay.
He's
I
the
didn't-
nicest
I didn't
snowflake
see
I
that.
know.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the nicest snowflake I know.
That's right. That's right. Yep. You know what? Even
It's a thing
Lloyd, even
between
the
us
bad
anyways.
attention from you is still good attention. You're just, you're special.
Go
You're-
figure.
You're
Oh,
you're
I'm
in
special, all right.
you're in a field
They
all
told me
your
I was
own.
special. Yeah, they told me I was special every time I got on the short bus.
Yep, yep, yep. You are definitely outstanding in your field all by yourself. You're outstanding
usually-
in that
that's
field,
it.
right in the middle of it. So,
Beat
all
the
right,
brakes off
gang.
the- Yeah, exactly. Right, Drone Strike.
So I told the story how I got disoriented and nearly, actually, really lost my Mavic 2 Pro. Just happened to not be able to load the flight logs from the smart controller, so that means I need to learn something more about that smart controller. I thought I had it figured out, but apparently it had an issue that I wasn't able to get around and didn't have a workaround. So, and Julio, if it's buffering a lot, it's on your end, I promise you, because I'm broadcasting at 1080p 30
Yeah.
frames a second on extremely
Yeah.
strong internet. So
Right.
if it's
And
buffering, it's
I was
on
gonna
your
say the
end, I
same thing.
promise.
And we're not even getting this buffering back and forth that we've
So the
been
stuff
getting
that
last
you've done
couple
on
weeks,
yours
so-
has fixed it, so that's good.
Well, I had to redo my route. I had to reset my router completely, and
Uh-huh.
I had to reset it twice today, just
Oh, okay.
to get it to finally clear what the problem was, and
Yep.
it's back up.
Felt bad for Mr. Lovelady today. Mac came out flying, smashed his brand new Mac. Yeah. And I'm not going to tell the
I remember
story.
that.
I'm not going to tell the story, but I did hear about a Mavic 2 crash this weekend at SpinUp, at one of
Really?
Yeah, maybe not at the event.
Okay.
But
Question,
I'm not going to talk about it, but because I don't know all the details. But I did hear about a crash.
Okay. The other thing, who won the Mavic 2? Was it 2 Pro that
A
they were
Mavic
giving
2
away?
Pro, and
Yeah.
Ken Dono crashed his Mavic into a fence. Yeah, that's what Kelly just typed in chat there. So,
Yeah. It was Ken Dono.
and I don't know the guy's name that won the Mavic 2 Pro. Maybe Kelly has it handy.
Yeah, Kelly, who won that Mavic 2?
But he was very
Evening
excited to
photography.
win. That fellow was very excited
God,
to win.
yeah,
Hey,
I
wait a
don't
minute.
blame him.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Let's see. Oh, the Mavic
yeah,
2
there was
there,
some,
don't know his- What is...
There was some interesting
gotta say.
comments when somebody in the audience asked if, what's the guy's name from Fluidity, Lloyd?
Scott?
Scott. Scott was doing the presentation, and near the end of it, they asked if they were going to let Ken try it, and Scott made a comical comment about that, and just kind of let it go, and nobody ever said anything, about
You
it
expect
much.
us to pronounce that last name? We'll just call him Astronaut Scott.
Parazinski. What's wrong with that? Parazinski. What's your problem
Okay,
there,
yes,
Lloyd?
Parazinski.
Yeah.
I can't read that.
Piece of cake.
And he's got too many letters in his name, you know.
And they had a couple
anytime
of
they
them
put a
set up
Zinsky on there-
outside, and I missed on getting to fly it. I wanted to try it out, but I didn't get to. But apparently they had Ken flying one out there. Michael Wright just said had Ken using it. So maybe Ken got out there to fly one.
Cool.
I know they had a Phantom flying on the FT Aviator every time I was out on break. They had Phantoms flying with it, so yeah.
Well,
Anyway,
good.
so
Well,
that's about the size of it. I won the tattoo skin from Sean. Bob got a T-shirt from Sean that ended up flying in the audience and landed at my table, actually. Bob reached over and grabbed it. And yeah. Everybody had a good time. That's all I can say about it. SpinUp was absolutely fantastic.
well, there again, there was an example, you know, the thing with the fluidity. Everybody went there. Everybody had a good time. Everybody, you know, you could laugh about some of the stuff because, as I said in one of my videos earlier, YouTube isn't real life. When you meet somebody face to face and you get to talking with them, it's a whole different story than what you see up here on the screen, you know. So
Sure it is.
that's-
Absolutely.
you know, and we can type and say all the nasty stuff or have, you know, but when you meet a person, you get to know them, you say, okay, maybe that was, you know, maybe that wasn't quite what I thought it was. And that's, you know, I deal with real life every day, so YouTube is just a
Thank
fantasy.
you, Mars. I wanted to mention that too. Sparky drone around the world, made it back, and I Am Wedge actually won the auction. I think it was $500 or $550.
$550.
And that donation
$550.
is going to Make-A-Wish Foundation, which is a fantastic charity. So
Absolutely.
that's amazing. That's awesome. And so congrats to Make-A-Wish and congrats to I Am Wedge for winning the auction. And yeah, Kelly, I'm really glad that Sparky made it home, and even though it had to be glued together because Mateus got a little bit aggressive with it, yeah, that's okay. If you got to know if Mateus gets his hands on a drone, he's going to get aggressive, and you can even ask Ken Herron because he got aggressive with Ken Herron's Phantom.
I saw
through the
that
trees.
video too.
That's exactly right. So
I saw that video too. Yeah.
So you got to know
What
if
I can't believe-
Mateus gets his hands on a drone, you better bet it's going to have some fun.
I Am Wedge was bidding from, you know,
Home.
He was
Yeah.
bidding from
Online.
home.
Yeah.
And I don't see how he won because he was determined to win. He just kept bumping the bid because he was determined to win because he bid online. Okay.
Yeah, he bid in the
Was there
chat.
a way to do it? Because he bid in the chat. Well, that's what I
Yeah.
saw. I saw him raising
Yeah.
the chat. Well,
That's how they did it. They bidded it. They allowed the chatters to bid, and Philip was watching chat
Okay.
to repeat the bids
Right.
for the people in chat. And Kelly made the rule that if you were in chat and you win, it had to be paid for within 30 minutes. The money had to be
he had it paid for in
transferred.
about 5.
So I bet it was paid for immediately because I know I Am Wedge. He's amazing.
Well, those of us that were in the chat, I keep forgetting because see, we were getting buffering, so we couldn't always hear what the bid was. So some of the people that were there was putting the bid up for those of us in chat. Yeah, I was there watching. You know, he won from the chat, and I'm going, God, how could he do that fast? Because we couldn't hear everything the bids being called because it was buffering. So somebody, probably Philip, was putting the bids at, and then Wedge would throw another one in there. As soon as a bid came up, boom, there it was again.
Yeah.
Because the chat will often go even when the video isn't. And
Right.
that was the only way I think he could do it. But, yeah, that was just fantastic. We were just all blown away because, you know, here we all were watching it from the chat.
Well,
Chris
Chris Hope said he said 700, but he don't think he was heard. Chris, when you whispered that to me, you should have shouted it out. You know, you can't whisper it. You gotta,
Yeah,
you know.
you can't whisper it and watch it. He's probably whispering, yeah, if I spend 700 on a broken drone, my wife's going to kill me. You'd have to come back to Oklahoma. She'd probably just pack your bags and say, go back to Oklahoma.
Yeah. Well, if you recall last year's spin up, that drone was supposed to be back for last year, but it got
Yeah,
sidetracked.
it was supposed to be in, yeah.
And last year I was in a much different situation than I am this year because it was right after I sold
Yes,
my
and it flew out of line of sight
truck.
too, Thunderbird.
It was right after I sold my truck and I had a whole lot of money.
Right.
And I was just gonna throw a bid number out there that nobody could beat because I was just gonna buy the drone.
Right.
To make the donation,
buy it, but-
you know.
Yeah, because
But
it's
anyway,
a great donation.
It was all good. The whole
fine.
thing was all good. The whole thing was all good.
There were some very,
I think it does,
whole
T-Bird.
thing
I think
just-
Sparky has the record for distance flying.
most traveled drone.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
And most of it was done out of line of sight of the original owner.
that's right. The original pilot, it was way beyond visual line of
Heron.
sight. That's right. The
Yeah.
original pilot, I
When-
think, was Ken Heron. Yep.
Pilot was Ken Heron, and so he flew way beyond that. Sparky was on a world tour.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, I'm gonna do this, Lloyd. I'm gonna move this. I'm gonna move this over one more time and let it play just a little bit. And let me make sure that your mic is still hot, and it is because I hit the button. And so there's everybody waving from SpinUp. And Kelly, I don't know, but it looks to me like there's more people there than there was in the still shot. But I know it was all the same crowd because it was these clips in the photo was taken within moments of each other. So, oh, you never got to fly it. You never got to fly Sparky. So anyway, Lloyd, thank you with that. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and find my end clip, and I'm gonna throw that in here, and I'm gonna go ahead and shut the show down. We've been over an hour, and we could go on and on,
Yeah.
you know, talking about this, but
Right.
I'm gonna let everybody at SpinUp wave goodbye, and then I'm gonna start the timer and say thank you everybody for being here. I really appreciate you spending your Sunday evening here, 400 AGL Live.
Absolutely.
And Kelly, fantastic job. Good night, everybody.
Yes.
All right, everybody, that's going to be the end of it. We're going to pull the plug, hit that stop broadcast button, and shut all these lights off and enjoy another cup of coffee and maybe even get a bite to eat because I'm a little bit hungry. It's been a long day.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go in there and I want to get me something to eat too. Thanks, everybody, for being there. Thanks to Kelly again for putting on such a great spin up and doing everything he did. Even for those of us that couldn't make it, we appreciate it. And Mel, thanks for having me as a co-host.
Lloyd, as usual, thanks for being here with me. Chris, you rock, man. That's all I can say. I said it right there in big capital letters. You rock. Thank you very much for all your help. Everybody.
Yeah,
thank you very much. Rick Halber.
Yep.
Crazy what you do for all of us, man. It's amazing. We all appreciate you.
It is. Yep.
Thank you so much. And we appreciate you all. And thank you for spending your Sunday evening right here with 400 AGL live on YouTube. Thank you. And good night, everybody. It's time to go.